Hello, class. Good to be here. So today we're going to take it over to the east side of the world, and we're going to be talking about the country of Russia. So Russia is known for many other things, like the Soviet Union or the USSR. But we're going to be looking at the positives today. So Russia, like two of the main things about Russia that is very unique to other country is that Russia has very interesting architecture with very artistical patterns on it, like you won't see in other countries, which is really cool. And then the vodka there, it's very big in Russia. Uh, According to the web, 40% of the government's revenue is solely on vodka. So it's very interesting. So, today, welcome to Russia. This is where me and my ancestors came from. Ancestors, I have no idea because I was adopted, so it's another story for later. Anyway, so we're gonna be talking a little bit about the food and then the clothing and also the music that makes Russia great. So, this is why you should listen. You'll get some ideas on what the Russian culture is, and if you ever want to visit, you won't be kind of lost in the sauce. So, no, that's good enough. So Russian food. All right. So they're mainly out of fish, beef, mushrooms, and berries. That is kind of what everything is in their main diet. Two examples is borscht and kompot. So borscht is actually a Ukrainian dish, but the Russians eat it a lot, so it's just very well known over there. So interesting fact about the Russians is that they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but their lunch compared to our lunch is from 1 to 3, and then their dinner is from 7 to 8, which is like nothing like ours at all. Very interesting. I've personally never tried Russian food, but I want to someday. So we're going to talk a little bit about the clothing. So back in the long time ago, when they wore their traditional clothing, the men would wear rabukas, which is like t-shirts and long shirts. It looks like the Renaissance. Very very colorful patterns on it, and so the woman also wore saffron, and which is also very colorful. They're colorful dresses, and it just expresses the culture of Russia. What do you say? So a little interesting fact about the modern clothing in Russia is that they like to wear a lot of Adidas, which was very popular back when the Soviets were actually when the Soviets were in the Olympics. They got tracksuits, and then from that day on, the tracksuits have been very popular in Russia to this day, which is very interesting. Next thing I want to talk a little bit about is the music. So the music is it's different than America. So they have their folk music, which is polka, and polka is where you'll hear my traditions, events, festivals, whatnot. Very popular there, and and then back before the USSR, the USSR came to a fall of the Soviet Union. They started heavily listening to rock and pop music, which brings all the way back now that they mostly listen to rock and pop music to this day, which is which is awesome. So basically, to sum it all up, we talked about a little bit of Russian culture, and the food part, then a little bit about the clothing, some of the go back in the lates, and then up to the moderns, and then we talked a little bit about the music. So, I suggest moving forward, take this information in and use it to your advantage. Come and visit Russia one day, it'll be fun. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks.